Hey guys, did you know that I have a Patreon where you can support me and plus get awesome rewards? Or if you're thinking to yourself, but Julian, I want even more bang for my buck while still supporting you, you can pop over to my Redbubble and check out my awesome store with new designs appearing regularly. But for now, enjoy the video you're about to watch.
Hey guys, it's me, Julian Greystoke, and we're here to talk about something kind of random and authory today. This is probably going to be a short little video, and it's pretty impromptu, didn't plan it. It's just going to talk about sort of my brand of imposter syndrome that I've been having. Most authors, and pretty much everyone, suffers from some feeling of imposter syndrome where you feel like you don't belong in the world that you're in. Like if you're a writer, you feel like you are not as much of a writer as other writers in some way. So, my brand of imposter syndrome we're going to talk about today involves the fact that I do book reviews and writing advice videos here on my channel, but I also write books that are flawed because there's no such thing as a book that doesn't have flaws. A while ago, I did a video about Jenna Moressi's Eve the Awakening. Check out the doobly-doo for a link to that. And I pretty much tore it apart, and I did point out, those of you who don't know, Jenna Moressi is a pretty fun content creator, and I still do watch her. I'm still subscribed to her and everything. I watch all of her videos. And she gives writing advice. And she hasn't been doing it as much anymore, but she was pretty popular for giving writing advice. And when I read her book, I pointed out many of the places where she completely failed to follow her own advice. And some people who watched that video said that they lost their faith in Jenna Moressi because she had done this, that she had failed to follow her advice. How could she give advice if she couldn't follow it herself in her own writing? And that made me really sad, and that gave me my sort of imposter syndrome that I'm having now, because I have a book that is being betaed right now. And some of the people who are betaing it are people who do watch this channel. Hey guys! You rock! This isn't your fault. This is my own neuroses coming through. But because I also give writing advice, and I am having people read some of my writing who have also seen my writing advice, I know that they will see the places where I have failed to follow my own advice. Because here's the thing, it is a lot easier to know what you're supposed to do as a writer than to do it. These are just the facts, and any of you who write know this. You might think that your book is relatively free of this one thing that you're not supposed to do, only to have someone else come in and be able to find all of the places where it is not. Because you are so close to your book, you often look right over it. You've read your book so many times, or you have this notion of what you're portraying in your head, but you're not actually portraying that. That's why beta readers are so important, but it does let people see all of the flaws that I have in my writing, and there are plenty of them. And it lets people see the fact that I give advice and maybe am not able to follow all of the advice that I give. Because, like I said, it's easier to know something in your head, to know that it is like a rule of writing, than it is to actually manage to do that in a cohesive story that you have created. And if you have not written a book, it might be hard to understand that, but it is the truth. The problem is that I now live in this world of fear where I am like, if I give writing advice, but people see that I am not always able to follow my own writing advice, they're going to stop taking me seriously. I'm not a real writer. I shouldn't be able to give advice online. They're going to Jenna Moressi me. They're going to see that my writing isn't as good as they thought it was going to be, as perfect as they thought it was going to be, and they're going to leave. And I mean, I guess that's okay if you lose faith in me and you want to go. It's completely something that you can do. But I would hate to lose cool people who follow me on my channel just because I failed to be the best writer, to be the one that they maybe expected from my advice videos. I always try to make it really clear in my advice videos that I'm not the god of writing, that I'm just sharing tips and tricks that I have learned along the way, but I don't maybe always make it clear that the understanding is that just because I'm giving this advice doesn't mean that I expect you to be able to follow it perfectly 100%, because nobody can. There's a lot of rules in the writing world, and most of us know them, but nobody follows them all. professional books. I read so many books where I'm sitting here going, well, they didn't follow that rule at all. Every single book that I read, and I read a lot of books. So it's a weird dynamic because I'm like, I know my book can never be perfect and I can never possibly follow all of the rules perfectly. But at the same time, I hold myself to that standard in my head, and that's where the imposter syndrome comes in, because it's like, I'm holding myself to this standard of your book has to be perfect or no one will take you seriously. And that standard is impossible, but there it is. It's what my brain wants to do. And so every day it's like, you know, that constant fight of your book is imperfect and people are going to realize that and they're going to be like, well, this person is a big ol' fraud because they're giving advice that they don't follow and their book isn't perfect and their book has these flaws and we should stop paying attention to this person. There you go. That was my deep, dark imposter syndrome secret. I hope that it brought all of you some joy, entertainment. I don't know what it was supposed to bring you. I guess just, you know that we all have imposter syndrome of some flavor, I'm pretty sure. If you don't, you can comment below and let me know that I'm wrong. But if you feel confident enough, share what flavor of imposter syndrome you have as a writer or as whatever it is you're doing with your life. And we will all commiserate. Everybody be nice in the comments. I'll be watching you. Yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about today. As you know, I post new videos Mondays and Fridays. All the links to my social media are in the doobly-doo for ease of clicking. And if you liked what you saw here but you wish it was higher quality, I have a Patreon where you can support me, and I am saving up to get some better equipment. As you can see, I desperately need it. And I will see all of you guys again next time with whatever it is I'm doing next time. I'm probably going to keep giving writing advice because that's like what I do and it's what makes me happy. But at the same time, I will still feel horribly, horribly insecure about it. I guess that's life. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Hey everybody, it is shout out time. Time for me to shout out to my amazing patrons, Kim, Sarah, and Savvy Panda. So if you want to be cool like these great people, then become my patron over on Patreon.